Meditation. Is it for everyone? I don't know, but this is why I stopped meditating for 30 days, and I'll tell you why. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jen. So I have been I love meditation. I really do. I prefer guided meditation, but sometimes I'll just sit with myself and I meditate pretty much every day for the past good number of years, probably a good 7 years or so. And I've used it mostly to start my day. So in the morning, 10, 15, 20 minutes of a good meditation or a guided meditation will really help just bring my mood, centered, calm, grounded, start the day, get focused for the day, right? So then why did I stop meditating for last month? I think it was last month. I stopped meditating for a good 30 days. Why? If it helped me so much, then why did I stop? So meditation, I will say it's not for everybody. It's recommended, because it really truly can help, but not everybody can get into meditation because there's a lot of overlying blocks that get in the way from meditation, from people truly being able to relax and let go. So sometimes people will meditate and it just kind of I feel a little more relaxed, but they're not truly getting the benefit of a deep meditation. And that's okay, everybody's different. But the reason I stopped meditating for a good month or so, and I'm back now to meditating, or I do, actually I'm listening to like affirmations in the morning now. So it kind of, it may gravitate in your life, but I stopped because I was getting up and I was meditating and I was going through the motions and I realized something. I was like, I'm just kind of going through the motions, or I'm rushing through to get like my 15 minutes in so I can go do something else. I was in my head more than I was in my heart. I was in my head, and I did this for a little while, and I was like, hey, I need to I'm just not going to meditate. I'm going to save myself 15 minutes of time because what's the point? What's the point? And I know there's a lot of new agers out there who may be but for me, I had to stop because I was going through the motions, and I think a lot of people do this. It's like everybody is telling everybody else, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to meditate, it's good for you. It's good for you. If you're having, mental issues, or you're having, stress and anxiety, meditate. You have to meditate. It's one of the best ways to calm you down and ground you. Yes, this is true. But it doesn't always work for everybody. And it didn't work for me once I realized it wasn't working for me. And I was just going through the motions of putting my little headphones on. I put my little sleep mask on, cancel out the sight and stuff like that. But I was thinking about other things. I was going through the motions. I was thinking about, I want to I have to get this done so I can go work out and fit my workout in before I, go do something else, or there's other things I want to get done today. And it was becoming this process where it was creating more resistance than it was actually me letting go. So you have to really pay attention to your body and what's going on with yourself. Any kind of self-care. Because if you're not really into it, then yes, you may be wasting your time. I've had sessions, I've had acupuncture sessions, and I've had sessions where I can't relax, or I'm in my head too much. And the session was really not as beneficial to me. I mean, there's some benefits to still going, right? But it wasn't as beneficial as it could have been. So maybe that time could have been better spent doing something else. So, that month that I wasn't meditating, it's not like I wasn't doing any form of self-care. What it made me realize was that I needed to do other things for self-care. I needed to shift to other things. I needed to write more, okay? So I started journaling a little bit more, or doing other things, maybe just, not meditating, but listening to calming music or something like that. And, it made me realize that a lot of us do things just because other people are telling us that these are good things to do or that we should do it. And we follow the pattern and we follow the routine. But if we're not really into it and we're not really embracing what we're doing, then our time might be better spent elsewhere, doing other forms of self-care. So it's okay. It's okay if you have a month where you give up your self-care routine or you give up your writing routine and you move on to something else. But the key here is to always do something every single day. Something, whether it's 5 minutes of something. And, it doesn't have to be that, oh, I need to meditate for 60 minutes in a day in order to get any kind of results, or, even it's also like the type of meditations or the type of things that you're doing. I found, I tried doing, I love Dr. Joe Dispenza. I love his work. I love all his books, but I spent a good number of weeks doing some of his meditations. But for me, what I found, I couldn't get into them because they were too long. They were like 45 minutes to an hour. And I really couldn't let go and I really couldn't relax into them because I was always focused on the time. So sometimes it's about really finding what works for you in your schedule, because not all of us have 3 hours to meditate or 5 hours to journal, a day. So if that's 10 minutes for you, then take that 10 minutes, because I would rather you have 5 minutes. I would rather you have 5 minutes of really tapping into your body's intuition and into yourself rather than 2 hours of a meditation. See, we like to go for the quantity, right? But it's quality over quantity, quality over quantity. So 10 minutes can be more beneficial than 2 hours. And that's how it was for me. That's why I stopped for a good month, took a step back, until I kind of missed it, and I said, well, okay, I want to get back to doing something or listening to something to really, hone in on my spiritual side, and that's what I did. So sometimes it's like an exercise program. Sometimes you need to switch it up. You need to take a break. Your body needs to rest and recover. So the moment that something becomes stressful or becomes to where you're resisting it, that is a red flag for you that maybe that is not the right exercise or the right activity for you to do right now. Maybe it will be down the line in the future, but right now, that red flag, it's telling you something. That resistance is telling you something. So listen to your intuition, do what's right for you, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So let me know what you guys think, whether this resonates with you at all. I'm sure you've mixed things up, or you've found that like you were doing all the good things that you needed to do self-care, but you weren't really into it. Why weren't you into it? And then you feel bad about yourself. You feel guilty for not being into it as much as other people are, to not be able to get in such a deep state of meditation as other people. So you feel like a fool, like, oh, I just can't relax, like what's going on? Well, maybe that's not the right thing for you to right now. Maybe you need to write things out, or you need to just listen to music or something, and maybe you need to do like some gentle workout or stretching or something like that. So we're all different. So what somebody else does, stop comparing yourself to other people. What somebody else does may not be the best thing for you, okay? We're all unique individuals and we have our own gifts. So, with that being said, I hope you all have a great day. If you have not done so, please subscribe. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you on tomorrow's video, okay? Have a great day, everyone. Peace.